What's going on, guys? The NHL 26 feature set is finally here. EA also dropped the reveal trailer today. If you haven't watched that yet, go and check it out. Right here's your first look at the deluxe edition cover featuring Matthew Brady and Keith Tkachuk. So just like NHL 25 had the Hughes brothers, NHL 26 has the Tkachuk family. So, back-to-back families there on the deluxe edition covers. I'm curious to see what NHL 27 will be. Could it be like Ovi and his son? We'll have to wait and see. Also, too, guys, in regards to NHL 26, we now have the official release date. Worldwide launch is Friday, September 12th. You can actually play the game a whole week early on September 5th if you pre-order the deluxe edition or if you're an EA Play member. And now, before I start going through all the new features, guys, I first got to say, if you're a franchise mode fan like me, there is no mention of franchise mode in the feature sets.
No! God, please, no! No!
Not ideal if you wanted like a big new mode, whether that be GM connected, college hockey players, whatever it is. If there's no mention of it in like the reveal trailer, it means it'll probably be something on the smaller side. Even last year, they like hinted at the fact that, franchise was totally revamped. So the fact that they haven't even hinted at anything, I'm thinking whatever we get for franchise mode this year will definitely be, on the smaller end. Now, I still feel like that could be player portraits, not, a big back of box feature, something like that. So fingers crossed. But like I said, 99% chance we're not getting something big like GM connected or college players. Otherwise, I think it would have been announced today. And now I think the big reason why franchise mode didn't get as much love this year is the fact that we got a fully revamped BIA Pro in NHL 26. So if you guys are more BIA Pro fans, you're probably happy about that. Even franchise fans, like, we can't be too upset. Obviously, last year, 25, we got a ton of new features. BIA Pro, I don't think, has been touched over like the past half decade. So awesome to hear about this. It says in the brief how they've added fresh new storylines, new characters, and cutscenes. We actually saw some of those cutscenes in the trailer. It also mentions high stake challenges. So I'm guessing similar to what we already had. It's probably like, go out there and score a hat trick. If you do, you get a huge boost in player rating, but if you don't, I'm sure it's a huge decrease. And on top of that, guys, something I'm really excited for is the fact that you actually now play in the World Juniors before you get drafted. So I think that makes a ton of sense. Usually the top picks are playing at the World Juniors. Obviously, this is something new opposed to just playing the World Cup or over in Europe. I think we actually saw some of that, World Junior BIA Pro footage in the trailer as well. And on top of that, you can actually now be sent to the minors if you're not playing well. You got to go do your time in the AHL before being called back up to the NHL. I know a bunch of you have been asking for that, so awesome to see them adding that to BIA Pro as well. I think when I look through the feature set, BIA Pro's, probably the thing I'm most excited for. And I almost forgot to mention this, guys, but with BIA Pro having an all-new storyline and cutscenes, I think it's pretty safe to assume that pricey pond hockey will be no more.
Pricey pond hockey you got going there.
And next year, guys, we have Ice Q 2.0, powered by the NHL EDGE puck and player tracking data. It says here the text used by all 32 teams, and it powers everything from skating speed and shot power to real-world player tendencies and decision-making in-game. Superstars don't just feel different, they play like their real-life self. So basically what this is saying is they're using like the data they get from NHL EDGE to make the players in-game perfectly emulate their real-life self. So for instance, McDavid, if he's usually, carrying the puck up more so in real life, which obviously we always see him doing with his speed, he should be doing that in-game opposed to, say, dumping and chasing it or passing it to other people to let them carry it in. He should be the guy, carrying that puck up. Or if there's somebody else who barely, passes the puck much, they're kind of just a shooter, they're always just, looking to find that open space, say like Ovechkin, just looking for that pass, they should also play that way opposed to being, on the puck more. And in the brief, guys, it mentions how unique behaviors and signature moves are reflected in the game. So when I think unique behaviors, I think of, say, like a Lane Hudson. He should be always, walking that blue line, doing those, head fakes or whatever. And then for signature moves, Connor Bedard better always be, going for that toe drag release. Again, we'll see, how much this actually affects the gameplay. Does it seem like, the AI are actually looking different? Does McDavid play a lot different, than Draisaitl out there? Again, fingers crossed this actually, does have that impact they're hoping. Also, too, it actually says how it informs player attributes. So I'm hoping now with NHL EDGE being added, they actually have that accurate data of who the fastest players are in the NHL based on recorded highest skating speed. Same thing goes for like hardest shot, little things like that. Same with the speed, guys who you might not think are fast based on their play style. So maybe like an Alex Tuck or Lawson Krause, but if you actually look at the NHL EDGE data, you'll see, these are some pretty fast players. So I do hope, as a roster guy, we'll actually get more accurate attributes this year. But again, time will tell. And now for any goalies out there, you're getting some love this year with the new goalie crease control system. It says you'll see huge improvements in goalie behavior as this system delivers smarter positioning, upgraded reflexes, and more natural reactions to rebounds and deflection. Now I feel like it's something I can't really comment on as I almost never play goalie, but hopefully for anyone who put in a ton of time into goalie in NHL 24, we'll see some improvements with this new system in NHL 25. And now next year, guys, we're talking X Factors. They've added 28 new X Factors in NHL 26, and kind of interesting to see, it says each is tied to unique animations and tactical gameplay outcomes. I feel like the gameplay outcomes, that's probably just, marketing speech, but unique animations actually has me very curious. Like, is there going to be certain deeks, certain shots you can only do if you have, a particular X Factor? Honestly, can't wait to find out. Also too, guys, I should mention, I believe these 28 new X Factors are replacing the old ones, as we had 42 X Factors before, so unless we're rocking 70 total X Factors, which I highly doubt, I think it's safe to assume we're going to have these 28 new ones replacing the 42 old. And finally, guys, they've added some new things to Hockey Ultimate Team. The big one here is the new HUT Seasons, which it says gives players an all-new dynamic way to compete by introducing new team building mechanics, which actually has me, pretty interested. Obviously, I haven't been playing as much HUT the past couple years. You probably can tell that by the videos I'm uploading, but I'm a big, team build guy, so that has me interested for sure. They've also got new ranked matches and a new offline mode called the HUT Cup Chase. If that replaced squad battles, I would love that. I'm not a huge fan of squad battles. Maybe they can make, the HUT Cup Chase a bit more of a fun single-player mode. Personally, not a huge fan of playing single-player, but if they can make it, more entertaining, I'd be down. It also says there'll be new hero and icon cards added to the game each season. I'm still waiting for a Paul Kariya HUT card. I would actually grind to get that one. So, fingers crossed they can somehow get him into the game. And actually, guys, at the end of the HUT paragraph here, it has a small little hint saying plus visual upgrades that elevate every moment. So I doubt that would just be for Hockey Ultimate Team. I'm assuming this has to do with some of the new presentation features, whether it be new camera angle. I know a lot of you want the full presentation intros back, which I personally would love as well. But I guess we'll have to wait a little bit to see what those visual upgrades entail. Until then, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the NHL 26 feature set. If I'm being honest, I think it's a little bit light. Maybe it's just because, there's no mention of franchise and I'm biased, but I do think, there could have been a little bit more here. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up, subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.